Well, I've been debating whether or not to tackle this topic on this show or not, but lately I've been noticing a lot of my conservative friends have been repeating the same lame crap over again about Obama's a socialist, Obama's this, Obama's the blame for this, Obama's to blame for high gas prices and all. Let me set some facts straight. Yeah, Obama agreed initially to the sequester along with the Republican-led House of Representatives and the democratically controlled Senate. But the whole intent was, okay, we're going to get our, part of the expression, shit together before the sequester comes about. We'll get this done. We'll get the plan done. And, it'll take a year or so to do it, but we'll get it done. The Republicans in no way, shape, or form had any intention of working with Obama. They believe that their way is the only way possible, and they do not believe in any compromise whatsoever. And Obama, in many ways, has compromised way too damn much. And I'm sick of reading my conservative friends going, oh, Obama's going to cause all these job losses and all this. Oh, Obama's the fault for the... Obama ain't done squat. It's the Republicans who fucked this shit up. Pardon my French. But they have. They have been doing this for 32 damn years, ever since Reagan got into office. If any of you people would pull your head out of your asses and understand why the Republicans seem to love deregulation. We're not replacing it with big government. We're getting rid of big government. We're just replacing it with big corporate rule. Corporations rule this country now. Guess who they can thank for it? You, the voters who voted the Republicans in, or these Republicans who you've been voting in. There once was a time where Republicans were fairly moderate, that believed in the government holding businesses in check from exploiting the workers, from basically taking advantage of the customers, and from ruining the environment, and all sorts of things. They basically disagreed on how to do it with the Democrats, but generally the Republicans were not all bought and paid for by the dadgum corporations. The corporations, and you blame the corporation. Yeah. Have you not been paying attention the last 30 some odd years? Our manufacturing is pretty much gone. We used to be one of the leading manufacturing country in the world. And pretty much that's gone. Textiles is dead in this country. Oh, you'll find a plant here, a plant there, but not nearly as much as we once had. Nowhere close to it. And the jobs we have replaced them with are lower paying jobs. And we're supposed to accept that? Oh, well, it's the world economy, it's the competitiveness, we just got to deal with it. No, we don't. We are the United States of freaking America. We can demand our leaders protect our economic interest by refusing to go along with this whole free trade crap that basically sells out the working people of this country. The people who built this nation from the ground up, whose taxes and the majority of people who pay taxes are blue-collar, regular working class folks, by the way. They busted their ass for this country, and what do they get in return? They get shit on by the rich. I'm sorry, I'm tired of being nice about this. I'm sick and tired of reading about how Obama's to blame for this. Obama's the greatest scapegoat in the history of Western civilization because you can pretty much blame him for everything. Hell, blame him for the conference realignments in the NCAA, why don't you? Blame him for the fact Firefly got canceled 10 years ago. Let's blame him for that. While we're at it. Of course, he wasn't president then. He wasn't, it was just, a community leader in Chicago back then. He wasn't even a senator. I think he was a state senator at the time. But hell, let's get this out in the open. The only reason the Tea Party came to power is because Barack Obama had the audacity to beat John McCain in an election. And the Republican power base of corporate power does not like that. They didn't, because they felt like Barack Obama could influence American voters to reject corporate rule, to reject corporate tax loopholes and lower taxes on the rich, and this whole crap about trickle-down economics, which has not worked, never has, never will. But of course, so many people buy into this shit. Oh, Obamacare is going to destroy corporate. What did the Republicans even try to propose something different? Did they? I didn't see it. Or if they did, it didn't look anything other different than just a slightly different version of what the system already was. We are the only industrial nation in the entire world. The only first world nation in the entire world that doesn't have some sort of nationalized health care. It would be a lot simpler if Obama said Medicare for all, Medicaid for all. All right, if you can't afford regular insurance, we'll stick you on Medicaid. You just got to pay for it out of your taxes, which of course we already do. But hell, let's do it. You want to take the burden off businesses? Just stick them on Medicare and Medicaid. Hell, a lot of Walmart's employees are doing that anyway. They're on food stamps, and a lot of them are Medicaid for their kids and such. Let's face it, that's what they're doing. All this talk about, how it's dangerous for business is a bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry, it's that pretty blatant to me that I read these, he's going to take away all the guns because of a simple call for some universal registration. Oh my goodness, he's going to take away all the guns just because he's, it's like, we got to register our car. He's going to take away all of our cars now. We're all going to have to walk to work. Or dare I say it, bicycle to work work off the fat on our asses. He's intentionally forcing us to work out and get in shape by taking away our cars. Is that next? People, please. Do you really need a 30-round magazine? Do you really think that's going to help you prevent the United States government from sending a few drones over and whooping your ass? The United States military has freaking drones now. Now, I could go on about the way Obama's been using those drones. I don't agree with him on that. But that's for another show. I'm not some Obama-loving butt kisser. I got plenty of disagreements with the president. Trust me. But the Tea Party is the biggest bunch of idiots I think I've ever seen in my life. Don't compromise with the president whatsoever. The whole point of politics is compromise. You give a little, you get a little back. And you work through it all, and you get something done. Now you can't get a damn thing done. This sequester could have been avoided, and all it is, hey, we're big and bad, we're cutting the government by basically gutting it. Listen, Social Security should not be cut. That's been paid in by people, and the Republicans and Democrats are both at fault of this, dipped their hands into it. Guess where most of the federal debt lies? In Social Security. Go read about it. It's not all in China or Japan or Saudi Arabia. A lot of it is owed directly to us, either Social Security or bonds or whatnot. So all this talk about, the debt is so evil. Yeah, it's bad. It's hurt our credit rating, which, by the way, was run up by George W. Bush and the Republican Congress, by the way. I mean, you look at the simple number. Clinton had a deficit, had a budget surplus, and it was reducing the debt. All of a sudden, Bush comes in office, decides, we're going to send all these $300 checks out without even thinking about it. And now all of a sudden we get attacked on September 11th. And now we go to war in Afghanistan, which should have been over and done within 6 months, by the way. But all of a sudden, oh, Iraq's a threat. Because allegedly, supposedly, maybe just possibly they might have weapons of mass destruction. And about $3 or $4 trillion later, maybe more than that, oh, it's all Obama's fault. It's all Obama's fault. Really? When did the great collapse of Wall Street financial collapse take place? 2008, before Obama ever even went into the White House. All these bailouts started happening under the watch of George W. Bush. So, in the great blame game, a lot of the fault, not entirely all of it, of course, but a lot of it is because W and his fellow Republicans decided to borrow and spend and not cut spending. They cry about wanting to cut spending, bull crap. They never even bothered to agree with it. They wanted to make it look like the president's at fault. This is what pisses me off about this whole thing. Is the fact that, the president at least tried to work with these people. And the Tea Party is not even bothering to try and work. It's either they're a bunch of bratty, spoiled little children who they go, give us what we want, or we're taking our ball and going home. We're going to let this sequester happen. We're going to make you look bad for it. Well, guess what? The American people, day in and day out, are rejecting this. Look at the last election. The only reason the Republicans even held on to Congress is because they happened to win in 2010, which was a census year. They got to gerrymander like crazy, and they kept the House. That may not happen next time, because a lot of those districts are starting to turn blue. There's even talk of Texas turning blue. And I'm not talking about in a generation. I'm talking about maybe the next election. Why? Because people are getting pissed off. They look at the Republicans as for what they are. They're only interested in corporate power. They're not interested in preventing abortion, stopping abortion or gay marriage realistic. That's just the old thing to whip up conservatives to make it, oh, it's bad. Obama's going to abort these kids and allow these queers to get married, blah, 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 blah. Oh, my God, it's going to destroy America. God's going to come down and kick us in the nuts and all this crap. No. Here, point in fact, George W. Bush and the Republican Congress were in charge from, 2001 to 2007? How many abortion amendments made it out of Congress? 0. How many defense of marriage or definition, whatever, anti-gay marriage amendments made it out of Congress? 0. Yeah. Pretty much. So, here's the thing that pisses me off about Republicans the most. The Republican supporters the most, I should say. They don't see they're being used by corporate America, by the very rich, who have spoken to people like Pat Robertson and Jerry Falwell and others who go, hey, whip these people up into a frenzy about religious issues so they don't get to see what's really going on, and that is their jobs are being taken away. And instead of blaming the people that are taking the jobs away, namely Republicans, let's blame the damn liberals who are trying to destroy America by, letting gay people get married. In reality, it's not really going to really hurt marriage because, but we're going to make it pretend to be like that because, oh my God, gays are getting married. Oh, religion's under attack. Case in point, have you heard of entire churches being emptied out and sent to concentration camps? No. I mean, a lot of people would like to see Westboro Baptist Church sent to a concentration camp, but that's beside the point. But I mean, the local First Baptist Church, are they all being rounded up and sent off to some gulag somewhere in Montana? I don't think so. When's the last time you heard the big roundup of guns by innocent people, again, but from innocent people whose only crime is actually buying guns? Usually when you hear about a gun roundup is because some lunatic has decided, oh, I want to go kill the president, or I want to go overthrow the government, or I want to go kill a bunch of these people I don't like. It's all the vast majority of the American people want universal registration. But somehow or another, it's been twisted into, oh, if I register all my guns, that means the government knows how many guns I've got so they can take it away. The government does not want to take away your guns. Oh, it happened in Britain. No, Britain doesn't have a Second Amendment. Oh, it happened in Australia. Australia doesn't have a Second Amendment. We do. And it says a well-regulated militia. Now, notice the word regulated. That means, yeah, you have the right to keep and bear arms, but you don't have the right to threaten to destroy America or threaten to cause havoc by having guns and killing people you don't like. The fact of the matter is, Alex Jones, you can't protect yourself against the government because the government ain't really after you. So go on about all your conspiracy theories because the government's like, Alex who? Oh, that guy that went lunatic on Piers Morgan's show about the guns and such. Who cares about that guy? He just runs his mouth all the damn time. Alex Jones is a lunatic. I don't know why you people even give a damn to what he says. Oh, Obama is going to... And the next person that gives any credence to this crap about, Obama's birth certificate was forged. If you think for 1 second this was actually a real story, do you think Hillary Clinton would not have jumped on this and yelled to the highest mountain about this? Seriously. Are you people that stupid to think Hillary went along with this? Hillary wanted to be president so badly it was insane. It still irks her. You know damn well it irks her. But no, it's all a liberal conspiracy because Obama is a Manchurian candidate and he's out to destroy America because he's got a forged birth certificate and he's got all these socialist ideas. Well, guess what? The American people, yeah, they voted the guy in twice. The first president since Reagan to get clear majorities in the popular and the electoral vote in 2 consecutive elections. George W. Bush didn't do it. Clinton didn't do it. Obama did it. And the only reason Obama didn't get to Congress was, of course, a lot of people bought into the whole Tea Party crap because, oh my God, Obama promised change and it didn't come in 2 weeks after he took office. It didn't come, because there's a lot of damage done by his predecessor. And as soon as he started talking about Obamacare, oh, it's evil. He's gonna make these death panels and ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance can get you killed. Ignorance can destroy your life. And what we're seeing consistently is that ignorance by people who watch Fox Republican propaganda news. Hell, there are plenty of people in the Republican Party who know damn well what's going on. You have Roger Ailes, which was a former Republican Party hack. running the damn network. You think he's interested in pure journalism? No. Of course not. There's money to be made to talk about the damn liberal media. It's, you know why? Because it's all about, hey, they want to needle into what we're doing, and we don't want them to needle in what we're doing because we don't want them to find out what we're doing to screw the American people over. And guess what? Thanks to corporate media takeover, corporate media doesn't really tell you the whole story anymore because it's all about making the corporations happy. So now instead of Fox News just being a corporate powerhouse, they're all under the same thing. Why? Because it was such a brilliant idea to let all these media companies merge. Look at all the mergers that happened under the George W. Bush administration, and of course, maybe you could even say with Clinton. And that's why I'm not letting off the Democrats off this either. But the Republicans are the most guilty of this. The simple fact is, the Republicans have let this take place. It's Reagan, all this crap. Oh, big government's evil. Here's the thing. If big government really worked and was efficient and got things done, people wouldn't care. Yeah, we got to pay taxes. Hey, we got great roads. We got good health care. We've got clean air, clean water. We got good schools. If the schools were doing well, do you think people would really care about how high their taxes are? Yeah, they'd bitch a little bit more, but they wouldn't be going, oh my God, it's evil God. Have you ever noticed that there's all this talk about privatizing schools, but yet look at privatized prisons. Now, I'm not one to give creature comforts to prisoners, but let's face it, the reason we are who we are in this nation is at the very least, prisons should at least give a prisoner who genuinely wants to reform themselves the chance to reform. Instead, a lot of these private prisons now, there's a stadium at a major college university in Florida being named after a private prison company. I'm sorry, that's a very scary thing. And a lot of these private prisons, the conditions are not really that good. And we're supposed to accept this. Oh, prisoners are evil. The criminals, why should they be treated with kid gloves? It's called basic human rights. We've been immunized to torture. Our government has been torturing people. We were supposed to stand for something better than that. We didn't torture people in World War II. We get our intelligence in better ways. Any intelligent agent will tell you torture doesn't work. But no, we had to have the satisfaction of torturing people. And the Tea Party resisted any change to this because it made us look weak if we stopped torturing prisoners. Even though it goes against the very fiber of this thing. Excuse me. Nation's character. But, and this is a big but, it doesn't matter anymore. We don't give a rat's ass about what's going on. As long as our taxes are low, we don't care. Our schools are going to shit. Our roads are continuing to have more potholes. Our police protection's a lot less as crime's going up. We don't care as long as the American Idol's on and some floozy named Nicki Minaj is bitching about Mariah Carey and all this crap. Who cares? As long as Raw's on every Monday night and I get to see John Cena kick CM Punk's ass, who cares about what's going on in the world? I'd rather hear about the latest edition of Honey Boo Boo or Duck Dynasty or any of this crap. I'd rather watch that instead of actually, watching a real documentary about what's really going on, why the government is basically becoming corrupted by corporate power and corporate greed and special interests who basically are gutting everything. The military-industrial complex, which a general named Dwight Eisenhower warned us about, a guy that has a little bit of qualifications, that because he won World War II. He warned us about this, but did we listen? Of course not. Because we had the damn commies to beat. We had those goddamn pinko commies to beat. Of course, Obama's a goddamn pinko commie, ain't he? So why aren't we beating him? Why aren't we impeaching him? Because he's actually trying to make the world better for it, the nation better for poor working folks, by giving them a better break, by giving them better health care. But that's evil. That's communist. That's all this, that, and the other. You know, why are people going bankrupt trying to save their kids who have cancer? Oh, but they can get charity, can they? The economy sucks. Charitable contributions have gone down. And the rich aren't exactly giving their money to charities. Unless, of course, it's a tax break. And they're even taking that out. We got to protect these tax loopholes for these very rich people. Got to let them do their offshore investments. The Cayman Islands, they got to go down there and protect their money from the evil IRS. Do you know how high taxes were in the Dwight Eisenhower administration for the richest folks? 91%. We were fighting communism. We were building the greatest interstate railroad system ever known in the history of mankind. We had tremendous economic prosperity. We were influencing world culture in a way no other nation has ever influenced it before. And in the next generation with Kennedy and Lyndon Johnson, we went to the moon and the taxes were still, I think it was like 70% was the highest tax rate bracket, or maybe 80%. We went to the moon. We were defending against communism. Now, we can talk about how the war got botched up by Lyndon Johnson. Let's face it, Reagan decided, we're going to cut taxes. We're going to still spend a ton of money on these fancy-dancy nuclear weapons and Star Wars and all that, and boost our... I mean, here's the thing. When Carter left office, the national debt was under $8 trillion. When Reagan left office, it was over $3 trillion. When Bush went into the White House, I think the debt was like $7 trillion. When he left, it was close to 12. Oh, but Obama's default. A lot of what Obama had to deal with was Bush's crap of these two wars, an economy going out of control, and a lot of deregulation. But of course, it's all Obama's fault. He didn't have a magic wand to make it all go away, so it's clearly his fault. Oh, he wants to allow people to actually have affordable health care. But that's evil because it means that the big corporate hospitals can't make the profits, so, that's communism. Even though every other industrial nation on this planet has some sort of nationalized health care, we can't have it because we're America. We're different. Okay, folks, end of rant. I'm just tired. I had to get this off my chest, so I'll try to be more organized with my thoughts about this. So, we'll talk again later. Good night, good luck, and may the good news be yours.